Hello and welcome to episode number 73 on the Online Trainers Podcast. Today's topic is, do you know the difference between doing and knowing? Hello and welcome to the Online Trainers Podcast, where we go behind the scenes to uncover the latest tactics and strategies top trainers around the world are using to get more clients, dominate their marketplace, and get their clients amazing results. There is absolutely no fluff here. I'm your host, Lynn Trin. So I've got a really great podcast episode today, only because a few of my clients who have reached out to me over the last couple of days have completely immersed themselves into my content, into content of internet marketing, into content of sales mindset, and they've deployed a few campaigns and things haven't gone perfectly well to plan. And understanding the whole game of trial and error, understanding the whole game of it takes about 100 failures to succeed, and understanding all this at a subconscious level and a conscious level is actually easy. But when you're actually in the game and you fail for the first time, it's a very, very hard concept to grasp. It's a very hard concept because, that's when it gets real. That's when the difference between knowing and actually doing separates you from all the other trainers and coaches out there. And why I bring this topic up today is because you might sit there knowing all the key strategies, tactics. You might sit there knowing how to persuade somebody to take action, and theoretically you might have the perfect game plan. But until you execute, you're not going to know, number one, what the real world, what the marketplace says in response to your funnel, in response to your ad, in response to your content that you put out there. But number two, you have to anticipate that it's not going to work out perfectly. Okay. And having those two keys in mind will really allow you to elevate your game, but also not be so reactive when things don't go to plan. Okay. So what I find is a lot of the coaches and a lot of the successful people I surround myself by, what they're able to do is because they're going to face the same struggles. They're going to put out a perfect plan of how to get clients, of how to get your clients results, but things don't go to plan. But what happens is under this situation, they stay so calm, collected and controlled. And within the midst of chaos, the person who can stay most calm, collected and think straight is going to win. And so why I'm telling you this today is because there is a huge difference between knowing what to do and actually doing the work. Because knowing what to do, precedes doing the work. When you do the work, you get data. You have to take that data on and you have to consistently think like a problem solver and really take your mind out from where you are and actually look from a helicopter's point of view. And what I mean by that is when your ads aren't running well, when your clients aren't getting results, when your sales conversions are completely down, you have to pull yourself out of the game and you have to assess the data like it's data. You have to go, why did this happen? What did I do wrong? What can I do better next time? And what backup plans do you have in place to actually nurture to go along? Because at the end of the day, you're not a world-class internet marketer. You're not a world-class strategist, and nor do I expect you to be, because you're a world-class coach and leader and trainer. And that's what you were born to be. Okay, so you focusing on your goals and you focusing on helping people is the number one action that you should be focusing on and zoning in on your craft. But at the same time, what you need to understand is whenever you deploy a new marketing campaign, whenever you deploy a new sales strategy or a fulfillment campaign to get your clients results, understand that things aren't going to go to plans. Okay. And if you throw in the towel and if you get upset and if you get emotionally attached to it, that's going to hinder the results that you get. And so the one message I want to give you today, only because, I see this within myself and I've seen it within myself and it did me no good, but I also see it in the people that I help as well. And if you can pull yourself out, if you can just reassess and you can just stop, pause, have a look at the data and say, how can I improve on this next time? What am I doing wrong? As opposed to saying this doesn't work. Because by saying this doesn't work, nothing's ever going to work. Okay. Having that mindset isn't going to do any good for you. What you want to do to win this battle, this long-term battle, is adopting this belief that no matter what happens, you've just had data that's come in. You're going to assess it and there's always a way. There's always a way to make it better. There's always a way and a strategy out. You just haven't figured it out yet, but you will. Okay. So I'm doing this on a lovely Saturday afternoon here in Melbourne, but I really just wanted to sit down and just reflect, because as the weekend comes along, I'm a big believer in reflecting on how your week has gone. So whether or not it's you pulling apart your week, seeing how far you've grown, and then figuring out how you can improve yourself in the following week. That's what this is all about. It's about constant improvement in your own game. Don't compare yourself to anybody else's game, because that's going to make you feel sad, depressed, because remember, everybody puts their best social image out on social media. You never see anybody depressed. You never see anyone talking about their failures. You only see people succeeding. If you're comparing yourself against other people's perfect, you'll never win. All right. So deep down at the core level, everybody is struggling, even the best. But the ultimate things that separate the best from the people that don't succeed, the people that actually move forward, the people that actually you see moving forward and who's having a greater level of impact in this world and getting their message out there, is their ability to control themselves under and amidst all the chaos. And if you can't do that, then you may as well call it quits today. But what I'm trying to tell you to do is really, whatever you run, there is always a way. There's always a better way to get a better result from what you're doing. You really just need to get into that mindset. You really need to get into that helicopter's view, and you really need to adopt the belief that you're not doing everything you can possibly to achieve those results. Okay. But there is always a way. I'll leave you with that. And that's the one thing for this week, is really to go back over your last week and firstly have a look at where you can improve on. Is it your marketing plan? Does that need a bit of a tweak? Is your sales conversion? Are you not converting as many leads into clients and customers as you are? Or maybe it's the fact that your clients aren't getting results, because at the end of the day, if your clients don't get results, you're not going to feel great. They're not going to feel great, and you don't have a business to grow. Okay. So whatever area of your business you're looking at, you need to really make sure that you're consistently assessing and reassessing, but also figuring out how you can improve every single week. If you do that, imagine a year from now, imagine 6 months from now, how far along your business is going to grow. And I always say this, is that your business will grow according to how you grow as a person, as a leader. And the quicker and the faster you grow, the bigger and faster your business will become and better it will become. All right. So do that. And of course, the one other task I want you today to go and do, really take this seriously, is go and find yourself an accountability partner. Go and find someone who can keep you accountable to making sure that you consistently check up on all of this and you follow through. Okay. And do that by sharing this podcast episode with them. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes, and feel free to leave a review. In that way, I can respond and I can take that on board in developing content to serve you. Now, if you're not a part of the Online Trainers Club on Facebook, please do yourself a favor and be a part of the conversation. That's where I add daily tips, tricks, and strategies on how you can build out funnels, how you can get more clients, and ultimately become a better online coach. Thank you for listening.